Relief from the heat is on the way, but not fast enough for the thousands of people in Southern California dealing with power outages.
It's not just homes. Multiple schools have had to cut their schedule short because of the ongoing power grid issues. KCAL News reporter Tina Patel joins us live from Highland Park with the latest on the outages. Good morning, Tina. I'll say I picked my kids up from school yesterday, and just being on the asphalt was so hot. You know, those kids just can't even be outside at all.
Yeah, you realize how important shade is in certain areas, and of course how important AC is. Now, the good news here where we are in Highland Park, you can see behind me the lights are back on in this part of town, but the crews are still working in other parts of this neighborhood to get the lights back on. Let me show you some video. The last report that we got from DWP last night was that they still had 10,000 customers without power throughout Los Angeles. In Southern California, Edison said there was also thousands of their customers with power outages as well. The utility companies tell us that they have been trying to keep up with the added demand from this excessive heat over the last week. Unfortunately, they say there have been a number of smaller outages that they've had to respond to, and that's why it's taking them a little bit longer to get the power back on to everyone. They are hoping that they will be able to get power back to everybody today, and that also the cool down in temperatures, even though it's still going to be in the 90s, a little bit cooler, they're hoping will be able to help them. But we talked to some people in Highland Park yesterday who were having to deal with the lack of power and the lack of AC in these kinds of temperatures. Here's what one woman told us.
Yeah, just for a few minutes, and then it went back on. But yeah, we did lose power. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be in the shower all day trying to keep cool.
People doing whatever they can to stay cool. Now, again, we were talking about some issues with schools. Yesterday, there was about a dozen schools in the LAUSD's north region that actually got out early. They had a minimum day schedule because they were having issues with some of their air conditioning units. Some portable units were having to be brought in to try to keep kids safe. Coming back here live, we have reached out to LAUSD today. Right now, we're not hearing any reports of any minimum schedules. But again, they are also staffed up. City crews are staffed up trying to deal with all of these issues that we have with the heat, trying to make sure that everybody has power and that there are places for people to go to stay cool. We'll continue to monitor the situation throughout the Southern California this morning and let you know if there are any updates. Right now, we're sending it back to you where hopefully it's going to be cooler today. I mean, we'll just take 10 degrees cooler, right, ladies?
Well, you know, thankfully, Amberly is saying we're going to see some improvements later on this week. So that should hopefully help out the situation for sure. Tina, thank you.
Get those kids back out to recess in a couple of days.
Absolutely.